Russians. I mean, Mueller has no evidence of collusion. If there was collusion with the Russians, they would have used it. No evidence of collusion.
So, but last night, shockingly, he changed his tune.
I never said there was no collusion between the campaign or between people in the campaign.
Yes,
I
you
have no idea if I have not. I said the President of the United States. There is not a single bit of evidence the President of the United States committed the only crime you could commit here, conspired with the Russians to hack the DNC.
Okay. All right.
Anybody.
I think Cuomo speaks for the table here. I mean, his eyes basically said it all. I don't know if he is confused himself, Giuliani, or if he is strategically trying to confuse everybody, because every time I hear him speak, he contradicts something he said before, and I'm left with more questions.
Well, because every time he speaks, then Mueller proves him wrong. And so he has to wait till the next thing proves him wrong. So right now, what he's up to is there's no collusion with the president, but the men around him certainly haven't been indicted for collusion. So now he knows. See, he doesn't know what Mueller knows. But Trump knows what Mueller knows because Trump did it. It's like that movie, I Know What I Did Last Summer.
I know what you did. I know what you did last summer.
I know, but I changed it a little. So that's really what's going on.
We still don't know that, though,
I was watching it in real time. I was watching the show. I felt so sick, you know, as a lawyer, because Rudy is a lawyer. I was like, what's going on? And Chris is a lawyer, too. The weird thing about it is, like, you know, first of all, what's the central question of the Mueller investigation is, was there collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia? And then you have recently Manafort coming out and basically that pleading. Does everybody remember that pleading that came out when Manafort, the campaign basically had that pleading?
Well, he gave polling information.
There was a polling information that Manafort gave polling information to the Russians.
So that they knew where to plant their lying ads against Hillary.
Yeah, you've said it the best. Right. So there's like no way that there wasn't collusion. So for Rudy then to say that, I think he was just getting tripped up with all the lies.
He's trying to catch up. He can't catch up.
You know what? It's sad to me.
He's a show pony for Trump.
And he's lost a lot of credibility, I think.
That's what of course he's lost. Really, he's lost a lot of credibility. What tipped everybody off? Mayor Giuliani may not have the same credibility he once had when he was the mayor of the city. It's very sad because he was America's mayor.
But that's the thing. It almost makes you feel.
I don't recognize this man anymore. I've said that on the show before. I think we all have had interactions with him, and
we have.
I think the Trump administration sends him out as sort of like a show pony to distract us because it's highly entertaining. We were laughing during. I mean, you weren't. You look sad, but we were laughing during the commercial break.
He was the U.S. attorney. He was the U.S. attorney of New York.
Yes, and he was a wonderful after 9/11, and I will always be grateful for that. But he's moving the goalpost for President Trump right now.
Right.
We didn't collude. We didn't collude. We didn't collude. Maybe we did. And by the way, the definition of collusion is really broad. It's a secret agreement or cooperation, especially for an illegal or deceitful purpose.
He gave polling data to the Russians. It's so obvious.
Well, that's Manafort. That's not Trump.
But Manafort was the campaign manager.
But I would love for Giuliani to do a serious interview. And not that that's not what happened, but like if he wants to do a serious sit down where it's not this sort of like emotions that you sort of get caught up in.
People need to look into the history books and see what happened with President Nixon. Everyone around him went to jail. Ehrlichman and Haldeman, who were his two henchmen, went to jail. It took about a year later for them to get Nixon.
So the end of all of this is
so sad.
He said there was no collusion. Now he didn't say there was no collusion. There may be a time when we just say, whatever, Rudy. Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.